a lot of people ask if having a private lesson is even worth it within the first year, and I would say absolutely.
Absolutely.
Anytime you can afford and have time to get a private lesson, it's worth it for a multitude of reasons.
But it depends.
It does not.
A little bit. You'll agree with me in 2
ahead.
seconds. I know you will, because I know you. It depends, because if you want to go in for one, great, and it's within your first year. If you pick the right topic, if you pick the right technique, because if you would go in there and go, hey, heard great things about this flying armbar, I want to know how to do it.
I would say, though.
That doesn't help.
I would say.
He's trying to fight me on this, and his brain's burning a little bit.
It is. Like you see the smoke rolling out.
Like,
It's not working. It depends on the coach. So if your coach is really, really good and knowledgeable and understands, hey, you're under 6 months in, you know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, that's totally true, but not all coaches will do that.
No.
A lot of coaches are like, well, you're paying for my time.
Yep.
It's about probably a 50-50 split. It's because we've met coaches that are like Chad and like Croyler that are basically just trying to make everyone better.
Right.
And so if you ask one of them, like, yeah, definitely want to learn that, that clock choke or something. That's all I want to know. Some flying armbar. They'd be like, no, that's not going to help your game get better too. He goes, I'll be more than glad to do that later, but not now, kind of thing.
Right.
But there are 50% of people like,
you want to make a bunch of money? That's fine.
Let's do this shit.
Yeah.
So
So if you have a coach and you're lucky enough to have one that has the experience and the knowledge and the ability to take you from where you're at and go, this is probably what you need. If you're new, like if you're a purple belt and you're like, hey, I want to work on De La Hiva or
do whatever the hell you want.
Exactly. Then go here. I want to work on this, and be like, yeah, cool. We can do that. No problem. Excellent. If you're a white belt, sub one stripe,
it's got to be on the right topic. Something that's going to.
Well, my point is, you can go to your coach and be like, I need to know what I'm doing. Like, it's an hour, just help me through some positions, give me some ideas, give me something to focus on. Mm-hmm. And I think that's very important, especially with a high-level coach that can actually go, all right, here's a few tips and tricks and pieces of knowledge that'll get you a lot better in a real short amount of time, more so than just showing up to class and getting your ass kicked for 9 months before you're like, oh, I can kind of put this together now.
Yeah, how many times have you and I, especially, just for some reason, people even reach out to me? I think most gyms have that. You're a blue belt, I can ask you questions. No, you can't.
No.
Please don't.
Get a brown belt.
I'll just make shit up. It's fine. But we do. We have the Newgate people ask us, like, what should I be working on? That's a great thing for a private lesson with your coach. Literally. Yeah. What should I be working on? Because your coach, I know, will be able to go, yeah, this is what you need to work on. That's going to get you the farthest, like you said, the farthest, fastest.
Yeah.
And awesome.
Yeah, there's certain things that you can be told that just kind of click and resonate right away. Like, you might not be good at it right away, but if you can have that a little bit of an understanding, like, oh, okay. Yeah. So you'll be able to pick it up quicker.
You'll be leaps and bounds ahead of somebody that never had that private lesson.
It's just gaining awareness. So if you don't know if you're supposed to be aware of something, you're going to miss out. But if you're told, hey, be aware of these 3 things, and then even if you go, all right, let's just roll, and then I'll point out these 3 things, like, hey, your elbows, hey, your head sticking out, hey, your pressure is bad, and then just recycle through that over the course of an hour of just rolling, and I'm going to stop you and correct you when you're doing something very silly.
That's a really good one.
That you come up a lot of times, like, people are going to get you in side control, and they're going to go for this elbow. They're going to get you a mount, and they're going to put pressure on you. Here's what lay people do. Here's what you're doing. Let's fix these issues, and that's going to get you a long way.
Oh, it's going to be huge.
In how to roll. Exactly. Yeah. So I think even if you have no experience, private lessons for that kind of thing. Yeah, words are hard. I know. I need a thesaurus. So anyway, I think
you would read it wrong.
I would read it wrong. I'd say it wrong. I'd mix 2 words and smash them together. Be like, no, that's a thing.
You're your own thesaurus. You're a pulsaurus.
I'm a pulsaurus.
Pulsaurus. That sounds like a dinosaur.
It does.
Horror.
It really does. Point is, when people say, is it worth going to a private lesson and paying $100 or more per hour as a white belt? Is it worth it?
Yes.
With the right coach, absolutely.
And the right thing to learn.